Okay, this is the while loop, part 8. Okay, let me go back here and explain a couple of things with it. You have your initialization of your inside your memory, the 1729. Your sum is 0, so you start out with these two values. That's what you initialize it with inside the memory. When n is 1729 greater than 0, you plug in here. This is true. You come down to this thing. You plug in 1729 mod 10 means equal to the new digits. This digits is what? It's the remainder. Remember that? This is the leftover part of this part. That's the 9. So if you do 129 mod 10 means that you have 9 left. This is the remainder of the digits with this thing. So this is the digit parts with this thing. You're going to take the digit 9 here, which is here, add that with your sum, which is what in this case? 0. 9 plus 0 equals the new sum, which is 9 here. Okay? Now you get your first line. So what I would do in both of these right here is I would go in, I need to strike them out with it, like that. Okay? Then you look at it the next round with this thing, you plug in what? What's your n? 172. Divide that by 10 equals what? Your new n is what? 172 divided by 10 would give you the new n with this thing. Alright? But that's what? That stays in the memory right now with it, okay? Which is the 172 right now. 172 9 with it. Outside of this thing, you're going to print the sum, right? As the output for this thing. So this is you're going to come out of sum, whatever the sum is going to be. This is the sum that you're going to output. It's the 9 right now. Okay? Now, you come back to this iteration. What is n again? N is what? 172. Plug 172 percent 10 or mod 10. What is that? So you get the new one is, this is the remainder. The leftover part of the 172 is the 2, right? 172 mod 10, what, 170, so 172 minus 170 with a remainder of 2. That's your new digits with this thing. So that's your digits with this thing. And then you take the digits, add that to the sum, which is what, 9. 9. That equals 11 is your new sum with this thing, right? And then you're going to take what, that 172, let me just go in here, we need to strike this out with it, and divide that by 10. And right, 172 divided by 10 is what? 17. This is an int now. Because the data type is an int, you just take the 17 on it only. Okay, drops off the decimal. Remember that? All these are all, 172, 17, because the data type is an int with this thing. Print out the sum. So whatever the sum is currently right now, it's at 11 right now. You come into this thing again with this one shot. What? N is 17. True. Put in 17 right now. What's the new digits? 17 mod 10 basically is what? 7 is the remainder. Correct? So here's that 7. That's the remainder. Now let me strike through all these, right? Both of these right now. Okay, strike through. So 7 is the new memory with this thing, and then you plug 7 plus sum is what? 11 becomes 18. 11, 7 becomes 18. So this is your new sum. You take the n number, which is what? What's your last n in this thing? Right? It's 17, right? 17 goes into this, divide this into 10 is what? 1. And it's 1. Remember now, 1 is an int. So here's your 1 right now. Okay, here's your 1. So you need to come into this thing right here and just strike through with this thing. Now, this is what you currently have. You plug into this again with it. 1 goes into here, becomes true. What's your 1 right now? 1 mod 10. That is your remainder. Is 1, right? 1 mod 10 modulo is 10. So both of these now are struck through with this, and then you plug in your 1 plus your 18 is your last memory in this thing, right? 18 plus 1 is sum is 19. You agree? Now, come down here with this thing. What is your n? Your n is 1. 1 mod 10 in this case. Okay? So you look at this mod 10 right now, this becomes what? A 0 in this case. Okay? Now, I have to squeeze in another output table for this thing, so bear with me for the time being with this. So I need to have an output for this thing. Insert column. Let me move this over a little bit so you could see what I'm talking about. And this column right here is the print sum. This is where the output is. So outside of this thing, output. Okay, outside of this is where the sum is. Okay, so take a look at this thing. Is that once this is 0, okay, I need to strike out this one right here as well. And then when you look at it, it's going to be 0. This makes the n is false. 0 greater than 0 is false. So you just exit this entire. You don't go into this loop. You print out what's the sum right now is what? 19. Okay.